Alright, we got the 20 likes in the previous video. My confidence has officially been revived. And with that, I now truly believe that this could be one of the shortest, nay, the shortest Patreon video released thus far. And no, this is not another pipe dream. This will not end up being yet another 20 to 30 minute video. Because finally,
so let me give you a major key. It's all
everything is falling into place. My patrons, I have learned from my past mistakes. My microphone settings, godlike. Screen recording software, impeccable. The facecam setup could be better. But this epic music playing in the background can only mean that I shall finally achieve the perfect video length. Hans Zimmer. This would be a complete surprise to me, but some of you may be wondering, who the hell is Hans Zimmer?
Ooh, that's a bit of a dodgy question here.
Well, Hans Zimmer is this, and this, he's also this, and this.
Come on, Tars.
Oh, and we can't forget this. Yeah, he's worked on a lot of movies. He's a film scorer. Hans Florian Zimmer is a German film score composer and record producer. That's what he is. But okay, fine. Maybe you're not all that into movies. I can get that. But how about video games? Remember this menu screen? You know, that game where you would pull out an intervention and do a 1080 equipment switch, throwing that pistol switch, wall bang, quad, headshot across the map, no scope to win the game? And then the post-game lobby would sound something like this?
Fuck you! You won't be able to cheat with my fists in your fucking face, you old...
Yeah, Hans Zimmer was right there beside you, in the form of music. But anyway, in this video, we'll be looking at his score for Man of Steel. More specifically, the track Flight. You can listen to the full track outside of this video if you'd like. It smells better than anything I've ever made, no doubt. And yeah, this is the track that I will be attempting to recreate. So it has come to my attention that a Hans Zimmer remake is just another way of saying on and off suffering for a whole month. Here's what happened.
What's happening here?
First, I listened to the track a few times and heard some sort of guitar being played during the intro, but it didn't sound like anything I'm familiar with. So I called my boy Hans. Yeah, what you've been hearing is true. We're like on a first name basis type of thing, you know.
True story.
I called him out. I was like, yo, Hans, what's up, bro? And you know, we had a little chat and he told me it's a pedal steel guitar, which I didn't have, so I tried to create something similar. Sakura was the first thing that came to mind. Nope, not that Sakura, the plugin. I picked a guitar preset, did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, added some slide notes, and ended up with this. Which was a good start, but I still wasn't happy, so I decided to grab one of these. This thing opened up Edison to record everything, layered on top of what I made using Sakura, took the original, duplicated it, and pitched it an octave higher, you know.
Stack the layers Stack the layers. Stack the layers.
Then repeated the same steps for another layer an octave lower. Do a little mixing to clean it all up, and then altogether they sounded like this. We're doing alright so far. I can't remember the exact order any of this happened, and there's so much going on here. I mean, I'm trying to recreate what Hans Zimmer had a whole orchestra playing, so I'll just introduce the strings in no specific order and hope for the best. Cool. So I decided to use LA Scoring Strings 2. It's a Kontakt library, and I've used this for a lot of my other work as well. It has a bunch of high quality strings that you can work with. Not a sponsored plug, by the way. But yeah, for the first set of strings, I layered 2 violas together, and these played throughout most of the intro. Those same strings are also occasionally playing these additional notes here and there, which is just me writing down what I think I'm hearing in the original. Using Philharmonic, I picked out these cinematic strings. Why? Well, it has the word cinema in it, so 100% the right choice. One instance just plays one chord really quietly in the background. This is all it does for the whole intro. While a second instance is just cueing support for whatever LA Scoring Strings is doing. Also from Philharmonic, I added some trombones. I think the original uses them, so I tried it out, and they definitely seem to help color everything up. My last use of cinematic strings was this thing I heard. Don't really know how to describe it. This is a full staccato violin from LA Scoring Strings that I added that plays during the chorus. Then finally I used LA Scoring Strings again to add a bass. And if you're wondering about all the mixing that's going on, well, that stuff is boring, so we won't actually go over that in this video. But mixing is the reason why sometimes the bass will sound like this. And then other times it might sound like this. And that's it for strings, I think. Individually, they may have sounded like they weren't doing much, but once you put it all together, I needed a choir, so we're using Philharmonic again. Do they have the best choir? Probably not, but I think it's the only one I have, so we're just gonna go with it. I got some uhs and some uhs, and with a little volume automation, I kind of just switched between the two, and it did the job. Recreating the vocals that come in during the breakdown turned out to be not as hard as I thought it would be, considering my singing sounds like someone dying, but I just slapped a ton of effects on it, and honestly, I was good to go. Lastly, the background ambient is a mix of me humming and some more effects. So we finally get to introduce something new. This is the Hans Zimmer Kontakt library that features a bunch of cinematic percussive elements. Don't really know what to say here. I picked out some drums and just did whatever the original was doing. They did need a little bit of touching up, so I boosted the high end while cutting out the lows, which really helped it cut through the mix, but whatever, that's boring. Stacking different drums also helped give certain sections a bit more energy than you could get from just changing the note velocities. I wanted to layer some drums that kind of had a shaker texture to them, so I added these, and that's about it. Together they sound really cool, and I love it. The piano, that's percussion, right? Or maybe it's both percussion and string? Maybe that also depends on the type of piano. Whatever, we're gonna go over it here. The piano plays during the break, and I decided to use the Una Corda library, which I bought just so I could remake some of the music from the OST of A Silent Voice. By the way, not that I'm a weeb or anything like that, but I did give this a 10 out of 10 on my list. Highly recommend people watch it. Yes, I have two guitar sections, and that's because earlier I forgot to mention the guitar that plays during the chorus. My bad. The chorus is a little different in that this time it's an electric guitar, I think. Yeah, since my guitar is an acoustic, I opened up hardcore knowing that it has a lot of presets that sound similar to what a guitar amp might provide. Tried a few different presets until I found the one I liked. And finally there's this thing which is just my acoustic plus a bunch of reverb and distortion. It's really cool actually. And that's really it. I just forgot to mention that.
Double rainbow. Oh my god. It's a double rainbow all the way.
Not sure if I got them all, but here are some examples. The guitar during the chorus has a silent flare that I added to help extend the tail/release to better match the original. This reverse sample of guitar that plays during the intro, I thought that really helped keep the momentum going. Reversing the guitar before it starts playing during the chorus. That was cool, kinda. And the staccato violin helps out with the part of the chorus where all the strings are playing notes that don't really play too well together, but the end result is this. Yeah, I'm sure that there's like an actual musical term for this. I just have no idea what it is. If you know, let me know. That covers everything. Here's the final result. Alright, yeah, that's it. That's my shitty remake. The major takeaway here is that hopefully we all learned something new from me doing this. If you enjoyed this type of content, check out my Patreon. We'll be doing a lot of these videos and other stuff. Check out the description. Maybe I wrote something kind of important there. I don't know. And my social should be down there as well. Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna send this remake to Hans Zimmer and let's see what he thinks.
They've taken it one step too far and done the Zimmer thing in like really crazy. I heard this piece and I went, oh my God, this is a disaster. The notes are wrong, everything is wrong. Do you do what Henry does and play it on the piano and hope for the best?